In our last class, we discussed about the relation between kinetic energy and momentum. The relation was K equal to P square by 2m. So you can understand, if P is constant, that is momentum is constant, then kinetic energy is inversely proportional to mass. Solving this equation, we get P equal to under root 2mk. P is the momentum of the body, m is the mass of the body, and k is the kinetic energy. Now let us discuss two very important cases based on this equation. First case, let capital M is the mass of the heavy body, small m is the mass of the light body. Let P is the momentum of the both. Means we are considering two bodies, one heavy, one light, and they have same momentum. So what is the ratio of their kinetic energy? We are trying to find out. So kinetic energy of A by kinetic energy of B, if we calculate, then kinetic energy of A equal to P square by 2m divided by kinetic energy of B, that is P square by 2 into capital M. Suppose A is lighter body and B is heavier body. So we get the ratio is equal to capital M by small m. Since capital M is greater than small m, so kinetic energy of A is greater than kinetic energy of B. Hence we can say, if two objects travel with same momentum, then the kinetic energy of the heavier body, kinetic energy of the heavier body, lighter body, kinetic energy of lighter body is greater than kinetic energy of heavier body. Now let us consider the second case. Again, capital M and small m are the mass of the heavy body and mass of light body respectively. Suppose their kinetic energies are K and they are same, kinetic energy is same for both the bodies. So PB by PA, if we calculate, then it is under root 2mk by under root 2 small m k. The ratio is under root capital M by small m. Since capital M greater than small m, so we can say momentum of B is greater than momentum of A. Now let us discuss a theorem called work energy theorem. The theorem states work done by a force on moving a body in the same direction is equal to the increase in its kinetic energy. Suppose m is the mass of the body, which is traveling initially with velocity u, and due to the force capital F applied on it, it accelerates with an acceleration a, and when it travels a distance s, then its velocity changes to v. So u and v are initial and final velocities. F is the applied force, s is the displacement, and a is the acceleration. So work done by the force W equal to Fs, we know F equal to ma, so it is ma into s. This is equation 1. Now we have V square equal to U square plus 2as, so we can say 2as equal to V square minus U square, so s equal to V square minus U square by 2a. Now if we substitute the value of s in the above equation, then W equal to ma into V square minus U square by 2a. So the result is half m V square minus half m U square. If v is the final velocity, then half mv square is final kinetic energy. if u is the initial velocity, then half mu square is the initial kinetic energy. So we get work done equal to increase in kinetic energy. Now let us see what are the different forms of kinetic energy. First is translational kinetic energy. What is translational kinetic energy? We know translational motion means when the body moves in a straight line. So kinetic energy of the body due to the motion in a straight line is called the translational kinetic energy. Next type of energy is rotational kinetic energy. All of you are familiar with rotational motion. So kinetic energy of a body due to rotational motion is called rotational kinetic energy. And the third type of kinetic energy is vibrational kinetic energy. All of you know about the vibrational motion. It's a type of to and fro motion. The kinetic energy of a body due to its vibrational motion is called the vibrational kinetic energy.